Alrighty, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is Hairymuppet. Welcome back to Factorio, and we are up here at Uranium, where we're going to be building uranium ore, and I am going to spend this episode building a station. So let's go ahead and get rid of these guys. That's thrown that away, which is not good, because we actually want to have one of them, keep one of them up here. Where is it? There it is. A whole bunch of them, actually. So we're just going to make this a temporary one. Could rename it Temp Northwest. Just so that if we do need to go around and teleport down here for any reason, then we can do so. Of course, we can always remote grab stuff, but teleporting is fun as well, which is good. Is good. And I can't remember if I did it last episode, but I don't think I did. So we got our personal teleporter now, and I've also got 15 of these big old fusion batteries. So yeah, because this guy takes like half of its personal energy, which it has like 100 megajoules in it. But with all these batteries, I got 11 gigajoules. So yeah, we can go to uranium mine, hit that, and we only use a tiny amount of battery there, as opposed to the half of our total battery, which we would be using if we just had the thing, the actual teleporter thing. Now, if we're standing on top of these and we teleport somewhere else, it still does use the energy out of the teleporter and not out of our suit, which is nice, I guess. But yeah, we've got that personal teleporter, so we can teleport from anywhere now. So this is going to be hopefully fairly straightforward. Now, I do want, as I said, to have a nice waiting area at every single station. I'm not sure how many waiting lines we need. I have a feeling that is either going to be 4 or 8, and I like the idea of having 8 just a little bit better. Yeah, so what we're going to do here is we're just going to get straight into it, actually. We're just going to get straight into it. So we do like this, and then one more. You go like that. So this, we're not going to touch anything below this line because this is the generic stuff. So this is just going to be, let's see. So I'm trying to remember how these work. So these control the behavior of the train before it. No, they control the behavior of the train after it. So if this is a normal rail signal, that means the train can go past it unless the other section is blocked. So, okay, all right. I got my head straight back on again. I forget this type of thing because with a waiting area is particularly difficult because you need signals at the start of the waiting area and also at the end of the waiting area. Okay, so let's have a look. We're gonna have to actually get a train on here, unfortunately, to fully test this because there's no other way to do it. I could get rid of some of these trees as well. Oh, not too fussed, actually. Not too fussed. So you should be able to run with just fuel in you. You'll be quite slow in comparison to having fuel in both of them, but yeah, you'll be alright. So we go up here. Okay, that's pretty much good. Let's just do it a little bit more. And then, so we need to have a normal signal on the beforehand track. So this is red. I'm not sure if that should be red or not. So we back that up. These guys are red. I suppose they're red because that's the only track. So if we do this, they should change to blue, I think. Of course, we will need another signal. Is that the closest we can get it? No, we can get it like that. So if we put another signal here, yep, they just changed to blue. Okay, that's beautiful. So So we got to spread out a little bit here, but that's fine. Okay. And of course, because we're going out like this. All right. It's interesting. I think we've probably got more room to spread around here, so I think this is probably fine. So let's go ahead and go like that, and go like that, and then we'll curve around at the end there. So this one is going to be a chain. This guy right here. Are we missing one? Yeah, we're missing one. Go on. There we go. So grab that in here. So if we go to this train. So that's red. So we want to make sure that we can make this blue before we get to this guy, which we can. That's actually more than enough room. So that is beautiful. Okay. So what we do here, I believe we can just do this. And that's going to be our 8. Oh. 8. And then we just got to curve that around a little bit. I think that needs to be there. Yep. Okay. So that's fine. So those guys both meet. And what we should probably do is have a thing there as well. And there we go. There's our waiting area. Absolutely want to curve that around ASAP. Now, it does mean that this waiting area does push off quite a ways to the left. Now, what we could do is go around here and then curve back around and have the waiting area going in the other direction. But we would still have to go off pretty far to the left to curve around to have enough room for that waiting area, so I'm not too upset about that. Okay. So there we go. So that curves around like that. So we've got a bit of a jank on the left-hand side, and then this guy goes up like so. And we're probably going to use a similar-ish sort of design. How big is this need to be? This needs to be pretty high. Needs to be pretty high. Okay. Might actually be running into a bit of room problems here, but that's fine. If we're running into room problems, then we can just push past this guy. But I feel like we've got enough room here. So for this particular one, we're going to need 1. There we go. And then like we did, 1, 2, 3, and then like that. And that's going to be the similar sort of deal to how we did it in the Bob's video, which is going to be here. Just straight up allowing it to go back through a different line, so that we can have multiple stations going down, and we'll cut it off nice and short here. But of course, in other episodes, well, in other places, we can definitely have multiple stations here. We can drag this line across. We can do all sorts of stuff. In fact, I think I might do that here. Not because it's necessary, but because it'll make it easier to use this as a template. So we have a look. We've got enough room there. So let's put a signal here. Let's put a signal here. Chain, chain. And this guy needs to be a signal there. And then you are... Now we've got to make sure these are all chains, don't we? Because we don't want anything to leave the waiting area until the station is actually open. I always forget that. So we want this to be a normal one. And yeah, then once we get out, we can start to have this guy being that, and then chain, chain, chain. So only leave the station, yeah, when there's free stuff. Because we don't want it leaving the station, getting to here, and then getting blocked because of this stuff. So we go chain, normal, normal, and normal, normal. Excellent. So now we need... I don't think we've had any of these. I don't think they're actually built in the... Where are they? Oh, here they are. So we have a look at this. This is going to be uranium. No, fuel cells. Is that what it is? Is that what they're called? Fuel cells? Oh, I left them all in the train. Uranium fuel cells. Okay. Uranium fuel cells. Supply. 01. Okay. We probably could change the color, couldn't we? Let's make that a bright green. Because why the hell not? Okay, so, Mr. Train, I want you to go to until your inventory is full. So there we go. Started chaining all that stuff. Going through here, going up there. Make sure it clears the signal. Excellent. That is beautiful. That is absolutely perfect. Okay. Alright. So, what we're going to do now is we're going to delete this station and then we're going to template this guy. I do not want to template this guy while there is a station there because that is going to mean all sorts of pain. Later on, we start laying down this template, and then suddenly we've got duplicate stations. What the hell? I blueprinted. It's too low. There we go. So get rid of... Is it a teleporter? No, we don't want to blueprint that yet. We want to get some power pole push to here. And then we get power poles pushed up to here. And then we start putting the normal poles. Damn it, where's the thing? There's no station, so it's not giving me the overview anymore. I'm pretty sure it's here though. Let's put that guy back. Okay. Now it's giving me the overview. Alright, so we just need power poles for these guys. Well, we need power poles up here anyway, don't we? So let's do it like that. We might as well do it like that as well. Okay, so that is going to be a decent amount of power poles. Just leave that one off. Okay, now we can template this. Stop auto-saving when I'm trying to grab a blueprint. Very, very, very annoying. Alright, knock off the template. So this is station off main line. Station direct main line. Because we're basically just ending a main line and doing it straight into a station. So unfortunately we could use, so we'll use ST and then we'll use M. Do we want to use a symbol maybe? That's not a bad idea actually. So station, main line. Not sure we need the straight rail at the end. Oh, I suppose it's fine. Okay, so there we go. You are a main line station. So we build a line and then that turns directly into a station. And we'll probably have more templates at some point with more lines and more stations and stuff like that. I imagine we can get up to like 4 in some cases or 8 in some cases. When we get into really complicated things like, I don't know, God knows what, like the end of the game, we're doing low density structures and rocket control units and stuff, we're going to need quite a few lines. I have in the past, I've made stations that basically deal with multiple things. So the station will say, oh crap, we're building fuel cells here, aren't we? Fuel cells need iron. That's okay. That's all right. We can either build iron here, smelt a bit, and then send it over here via belt, or we can simply make this iron input and get the iron pushed over here. But we can start to get this guy going with regards to actually doing stuff, actually creating products. Well, Kovarax related products anyway. You won't be able to back out, will you? Because there's no fuel cells in this guy. So let's just take that. And I'm not sure you really need to be a thing anymore. All right. So let's actually start doing this. Let's start getting this station set up. All right, we do need the iron, obviously, and I do think I'll train the iron in, but we might as well start at the start. And I did whack some concrete in here, which gives us 20. So we're going to do the same thing that we did over here, except robot based this time. So we're going to mine a whole bunch of this stuff and go forth. Now we don't need a lot of sulfuric acid, so I'm not going to be doing a lot of sulfuric acid, but we're going to get a little bit going on. Okay. And yeah, because it's just a little thing, we're not going to get into barreling yet. We're not going to get robots moving the oil around. We're just going to get a few pump jacks and see how they go. Put that up nice and high so that we don't get in the way of any other stations or anything like that. Okay, so iron. Damn. Alright. I wonder if there's an easy way to get iron down here. I don't think I'm putting iron into chests anymore. Oh, yeah, of course I am. Putting it into these freaking warehouses. Not a lot, but okay, that's a decent amount. So let's get 3 of these guys. Don't have any chemical plants, but oh man, I just realized to do this properly we need water, because we need to do stuff with water, because we need to do the thing. You know what the thing is, right? The thing. Oh god, this is turning into a logistical nightmare. So water. It's almost worth just saying screw it. You know what? We're going to set this up properly at the moment. We're going to set this up with multiple stations, and we're going to have water input and iron input. And then later on, we might rip down a lot of that and just have sulfuric acid input, because we will need sulfuric acid built properly somewhere. So that'll be something for the future. But for now, I suppose we'll just get everything set up. Okay, so we'll still need water for the thing. And yeah, that would need water, so we're not doing coal liquefaction. We do need petroleum, so we're going to do this. We might as well, I mean, we need water, so... Is this too close? No, it's not too close. We'll push it out like that. Oh, the pain in this game is so painful. Okay, so gonna need to expand our stations a little bit. So if we grab that, push that in like that. Yeah, I don't mind overriding the oil a little bit. I think that's fine. We'll do that as well. You kind of need to be chains. Yeah, because that block size is tiny, so you kind of need to be chains. You kind of need to be chains. So let's make it chains till they get out to that section. So we got multiple chains here. We really don't need. Oh, they still look alright. Let's just keep them there. So this guy was a 2 between. Yep, let's just keep them there. So now we've got 3 stations. So we're going to have water, and we're going to have iron, and we're going to have uranium. And this is where we need water to come from at the start. So let's make that happen. Now, water is going to be one of the few things that we do without the logistics train network. We're not going to use the LTN for water-based things. That's going to be straight up train, goes from the water source to here, does the fill everything, empty everything. We're still going to use 242 trains simply because it's just easier and we don't have to have different layouts of stations or anything like that. I think when I did the mega base, I had 310-3s for the normal trains, and then the water ones were a fair bit smaller, like 242 or something like that. But we don't want to do that. That's just pain. So what we're going to do here, I don't feel like we need a lot of water. Well, that's too high. But we are going to transport a lot of water anyway, so. There we go. So now I need a bunch of these. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So yeah, that's a lot of water. That's a lot of water. But might as well get it. Might as well. Okay, so that's going to give us water out of there. You are going to be neum fuel cell input water. Okay, and then at some point we'll set up a station for water right in the middle, because as we have said, and as we have actually planned, this is the only place where we actually do get water. So what we'll do is we'll destroy all of this and we'll create our first bit of solar grid, and we'll get that going. But for now, let's finish off this guy. So I'm thinking we need 5 of these. 1 for heavy and 4 for light. And of course, then we will need some for whatchamacallit. So you go like that. You go like that. Heavy oil cracking. Need a whole bunch of these undergrounds. Not sure if we even need a tank here, but I suppose I should make one. Right there. 2, 3, 4. Excellent. Let's go back down here. And where are we going? What are we doing? Grab that. And grab that. Excellent. Now what did we say? 4 of these guys. And this is obviously not because we really need the cracking. It's because, you know, if we didn't crack it, then it would just back up everywhere. So we need to put this up a little bit further up. Okay. 1 and a space between them so we can get the water in a bit easier. Let's line them up a bit nicer than that. Space, space, space. Okay. So what did you want to be? Like that. And that is going to result in a big old pipe going down this direction. And we can reach that one. Excellent, 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 excellent. So there we go. There's our setup. Let's get some power hooked up to it. And now the entire setup is solely waiting on water. So it's light oil and that's petroleum. And now, what do we want here? As I said, I don't think we need a lot of these guys. Of course you're out of oil. I mean, iron. I mean, whatever. And what we do now, because I really should have been doing this before, is we just copy and paste this crap. So this needs iron as well. I'm pretty sure that's just iron. So we need iron for all sorts of wacky things here. Oh man. Okay, so pretty sure that's right. Yeah, so that's the water. Okay, so then we go like that. And that's beautiful. And then we have a couple of tanks here. Like that, and like that. And connect them up. And there we go. There is sulfuric acid. When we have water, we will have sulfuric acid. Alright. I feel like we should go down and we should get the water system going. Just to have something going because... Yeah... Or we could get this base fully, absolutely 100% set up. No, I feel like getting water done. Okay, so let's have a look. So we got... So if we teleport to the old uranium mine... How far is that? Yeah, it's not... It's about the same distance. I really don't want to be running anywhere if I don't have to, so let's just take a train. Because, yeah, my poor old fingers, they seem to have gotten a fair bit worse playing Fortress Craft, and they're not... Factorio is not that kind to them, so definitely need to get over to Football Manager and start trying that out. Or just, I don't know, take a break from games, but it's... I don't know what else to do, to be honest. I just don't know what else to do, just read all the time. This seems a bit boring, so... We gotta do something. Okay. If we're setting up water, we need to destroy that, don't we? So let's go to Advanced Solar. Let's grab some of these. That takes up a fair bit of space. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go into the desert and we're going to set up our first set of this. Now this is, there's absolutely nothing here, so this seems like a perfect place to do this. Alrighty. Hopefully we've got everything we need. Just give the robots a bit of time to go. Our radius almost reaches all of that stuff, but not quite. Let's do an upgrade planner as well to get rid of the trees. I really need to do that. Usually I use the upgrade planner to get rid of the trees for the rails and forget about the solar panels. But I think this game I'm going to use it to get rid of them for the solar panels. And the trees, I don't know about the trees. I don't know if you noticed, but I did fix up my rail blueprints to have radars in them. So I can see all of the lines going along now. Can I remotely destroy trees? Yes, excellent. So maybe I will do that if they get annoyed. But I kind of like the idea of having a bit of trees everywhere. And the train sort of, you know, driving through the trees, sort of a nature sort of thing. It's going to be a bit painful if they start getting deadlocked and I can't see them properly. But for now, I'm not going to be too worried about it. So let's have a look here. You can move out of the way so you can put that guy down. There we go. Starting to get some charge. They're all done. So go on. Get over there. Move on. Get this side done. If I did my calculations correctly, I should have enough solar panels and accumulators for like 4 of these grids, so that is not going to be a problem. And that's a lot of power. 1.1 gigawatts. That's a lot of power. Okay. Let's go ahead, figure out where we are, not too far. So... not too far at all. So now you just went way onto the grid. Look at that. Vroom. Just completely nuts. Okay. So now we should really put a teleporter over here where there's water. When we get over to the water section, we'll put a teleporter down. So where's my water? It's up here. So first things first. Destroy all of the miners. Oh, look at this. Of course. So destroy that, destroy that, destroy that. Now we got a whole bunch of coal. All coming down into here, all backing up. That's alright. We can leave this little bit here, this warehouse. I don't feel like we have to kill this warehouse. We'll have to kill this bit, but I don't think we have to kill that warehouse. There we go. And that's going to be a little bit painful, but you have got... yeah, you are hooked up to the solar panels. Now, the question is, where did I push the power over from? Up here. Up from this iron depot. So we don't have to worry about cutting off the power to the main train line, because that's fine. Okay. The episode is getting a little bit late here. I don't know if we can get the full setup of everything we need over in time. I don't think we can't. But what I'll do is I'll lay down the station You know what? I think we can. So let's just ignore that stuff. So go away. We'll get the blueprints down anyway. We'll do that much. Okay, go away. Go away, you stupid little robots. So this is approximately where we need to be. So let's get a straight rail all the way over here. What? How are you out of power? How are you out of power? Oh, we probably cut those iron things off. Worry about that later. We're in a long time into this episode and I want to get this train line done. And there's nothing really that we need power hooked up to anyway. So that puts us there. So we'll go down one more and then put a T intersection. Yep, T intersection here. Now, there's a nice little copper here. There's some nice things down there. I feel like we just ignore this copper completely, just run straight through it and just put a T going down and to the right. Sounds like a plan. Okay, back to straight bits. And I think I was putting the radars on the right hand side if memory serves. Let's double check that. I can't. Oh, I can sort of, because there's the power line and there's the radar, so it's definitely on the right hand side. But yeah, it's hard to check it when all the radars have gone out. Okay. Done. 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 I'll go back and I'll fill this all in afterwards. Done. Now, where's our station? I don't see the blueprint for our station anywhere in our inventory. Unfortunate. There it is. So put that out to about there. Still lining up. Excellent. And now we just need a straight. One more straight. Wow, that straight's shorter than I thought it was going to be. Okay. And then these lines we just join normally. And we'll have a block size that's a little bit too short for trains here, but is not close to any T intersections, so I'm not too worried. Go on, guys. What are you missing? Why is this guy not hooked up? We need to fix that. Need to fix that. Now what we'll do is we'll hook the power up through this guy. I must have destroyed the power to that other place here. Yeah, so that's cut off. But somehow this station is now hooking up to this power. So all I got to do is boop, and all of the radars just switched back on again. Excellent. Definitely do not want trees growing over the frickin' station though. That's bad. Alright, so I think I'm going to finish it off here. Next episode we're going to be setting up the water station, and then we are going to be finishing off the uranium fuel cell station and actually getting that working as well as we can. I mean, it's not going to have iron inputting into it yet, which is going to be unfortunate, but we'll make it happen sometime. I guess we'll make iron the first actual mega base, like proper mega base station that we deal with. Okay, so thank you very much for watching, and I will see you guys later. Stay tuned.